Y'all, welcome to another What Shall Watch It episode. It's been a long time. I do apologize for the hiatus. But we're back. We're gonna be talking about all the shows that I'm watching, that you're watching, and this summer, we're starting with Interview with the Vampire. So if you haven't watched Interview with the Vampire, you can stay and watch, or you can mute. But this is going to be first I'm gonna do spoiler free, and then I'm gonna get into spoilers. Okay, because I have a lot to unpack this season for this season, for season 2. Season 1 that happened last October. So season 2 started in the summer, which is weird. Like, it's usually when shows start, they have a similar timeline. And it looks like with Interview with the Vampire, they switching it. So the first season was more like a Halloween gift for everyone who loves vampires. It happened in October. And if you want to know more about like what I think about season 1, get into that discussion, leave comments down below. The podcast is going to be linked when this video is published. So y'all can go check that out. But anyways, this season 2 started in June? Yeah, it started in June. So it started in the summer, which I thought was odd. I thought that was odd. But it was good for me also, because I needed more Interview with the Vampire. I needed to know how they were going to interpret the Vampire Lestat, the second book. Okay, so the first book, Interview with the Vampire, that happened season 1. So you got to know about Louis, you got to know about Lestat, how they met, how they found Claudia, all the good stuff. You got to know everything, the backstory, But because of the interview, not all of the stuff that Louis shared, that Louis said, was accurate. And in the back of, like, people who read the book and people who, are familiar with familiar with the movie, knew that Louis' interpretation of events from the past is not always spread out in your full details. It's kind of like when you have what's that game? Telephone? It's kind of when you play telephone. You get a message and then you pass it along to another person. That person passes it to another person. And before you know it, when it gets to the last person, it's a whole different message. That's basically what happened in season 1. In season 1, you have Louis telling the interviewer, Daniel, aka Danny, details about his life, because he's lived a long life. He's been alive since the 1920s. So he's had a long life, been through a lot of challenges, lost many people, had a lot of changes. And he's telling Daniel in this interview everything. So we think, right? We think that he's sharing all the details, leaving nothing out, giving us all the tea. But in the back of the viewer's mind, at least in my mind, I know that it's literally more than one side of the story. There's always something there. And in season 2, you find out that he doesn't have all the memories. There's details in season 1 that change in season 2. Key moments in season 1 that are altered in season 2, completely changed. Okay. And then you wonder, like, what is going on? Like, why are you, because I wouldn't say he's lying. I wouldn't say that Louis is lying. I I would say that his memories have been changed, played with by somebody. And for those who have read the book, has read the Vampire Chronicles, you know who it is. You know who has been playing with his mind, because that's what he does. He's a mind bender, And at least when I was watching, I was like, dang, like you done played us, the viewer, but you've been playing Louis like a fiddle. Like Louis has been in the most toxic relationship I have ever read. Okay. Like literally he met this man who turned him into a vampire, been with him for like decades, right? And I mean, I wouldn't say I necessarily hated Lestat. I just thought Lestat was very cocky, and that Lestat just was very, in a way, possessive of Louis. And they clashed. They didn't have, like, there was love there, but it wasn't healthy, if that makes sense. Like they had passion, or they had steamy passion, but it wasn't like, like making sure you eat your veggies and take vitamins. It was more like, he was having lots of candy, having cavities. Like it was good, but not in a good way. I hope y'all like my analogies. It was good, but not in a good way. And he honestly, Sam Reed, who is the actor playing Lestat, needs an award. Like this man needs an award. We need to give him an award, because the emotions that he just conveys with his, not just his face, but his whole body, like, that man can act. Like he brought Lestat alive. Like, man, I was just like, goddamn. Okay, cats, I'm gonna need y'all to chill. I'm doing a podcast. Can y'all chill in the studio? I don't know what they're doing. But anyways, yeah, so much emotion from him. Honestly, the whole cast did a great job. They did a change though. So the original actress that played Claudia, Bailey Bass, she is not in season 2. They switched actresses and got, I'm probably gonna butcher her name, but Delaney Haley's, because Bailey is doing Avatar, so her book was in full. I mean, wasn't clear. She had a full book of business. And I would say, like, a lot of people have been a lot of mixed reviews going on with this new actress, but I liked her. I think she gave us a different Claudia. She gave us a more mature Claudia, which I liked. I like that Claudia, because she is mature. Like this, Claudia was like 60, 70, 80, almost 100, I think, maybe. So definitely wiser, but in a 14-year-old body. In the book, she is 5. In the movie, she's 11. So, Loki, please. Yeah, stop. I can't do anything with these cats. Okay. Lord. Hi, Loki. I'm about to call you Lestat. Your name is Lestat today. Lestat cat port. Anyways. And there they go. Can y'all stop, please? I'm trying to get through a podcast. I have a lot to discuss. Go to bed. Don't y'all love cats? But yeah, I think she did a great job. A different take on Claudia, though. A different take. This Claudia seemed more like, I think she felt unwanted. I think she felt like she was definitely searching for a place of belonging. She was definitely searching for meaning, and also knowledge of vampires. Like, she wanted to find other vampires, and she did. You know, she did find other vampires. She did. But it wasn't the vampires that she needed. If you know, you know. But yeah, like they did that change with the actresses who are playing Claudia, with the actors playing Claudia. But I enjoyed watching season 2 and seeing the different interpretations of the characters in the book. So you have Santiago, who in the book and in the movie is Spaniard. And I think in this movie he's a Frenchman. Named Santiago. I could be wrong, but definitely a different take. Like, doesn't look like the guy in the book or in the movie at all. Like, looks completely different. And older too. And then Madeline, who becomes Claudia's companion, she also looks different too. And I like how they did her story. Her story was great too. But yeah, I'm about to go into spoilers. So, so this season had 8 episodes. I think last season had 9. And it takes place right after revealing that Rashid is Armand. So Rashid, who was Louis' quote unquote servant, ends up being the 500-year-old vampire that has beef with Lestat, that owns the vampire, the theaters of the vampires, basically, in France. It is the reason why Lestat was like, yeah, nah, we're not going to France. Because if you watch it, I forgot what number episode it was, but it was an episode where Louis was like, yeah, we gotta move. Like, let's go travel because, you know, Claudia left us. We have to, like, you know, locate, because we've been here for too long. Basically, people are starting to notice that we haven't aged or anything, and he recommends going to France because Lestat is French, you know, going to Paris. And he's like, yeah, no, we're not going to Paris. Lestat's like, hell nah, we ain't going to Paris. And Louis is like, why? And he's like, yeah, you don't want to go there. So unfortunately, Louis didn't heed Lestat's warning and went to France. They went to Paris, him and Claudia, in search of vampires. And they find this theater of vampires that is owned by Armand. And the reason why Armand has beef with Lestat is because Lestat destroyed Armand's first coven. So Lestat used to be an actor for the vampire theater of the vampires and used to do shows. But it wasn't called the theater of vampire, which is like a regular theater, and no one knew that he was a vampire. He was literally like cosplayed as a human and ignoring all the rules that vampires have to uphold, and was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And Armand's coven is seeing this. Armand's coven is seeing that there's this like vampire just not obeying any rules, doing whatever he wants to do, hanging out with humans, like everything, sharing our secrets, like not caring in the world. And Armand was like, nah, like we gotta do something. So what Armand does is he kills Nikki. And Nikki, aka Nicholas, was Lestat's lover, which he mentioned in season 1 to Louis. And Armand turns him into a vampire, and Nikki basically, you know, unalives himself because he didn't want to be a vampire. He, you know, he didn't want to live forever. And it hurt Lestat. So what Lestat did was he went to his coven and told the people that, yo, like you gotta live in you know, as pigs. Like, you know, they were living in squalor. They were living underground, just, you know, dark and dank. He was like, yo, there's a whole world out there that you could explore. Like you could travel, like you could be seen, like you don't have to be afraid. Like, you know, the world is your oyster, basically. And so they start leaving one by one. And Armand is like, yo, like, why y'all leaving me like this? And they're like, yeah, we want to be more like Lestat. We want to be free like Lestat. And so his coven disappeared. And Armand was alone. And he ended up meeting a couple of theater vampires who were into the arts, and formed a vampire theater. And then, you know, Lestat was there. Lestat and Armand kind of were the leaders of this theater. Welcome on in. Hey, Don, welcome on in. And like, you know, Lestat left the theater, and, you know, everything in the name of Armand was like, you know, you own it now. Like, it's yours. Take care of it. And sailed across to America. And that's how he met Louis. So after the events of season 1, no one knows where Lestat is. Like, we know he's alive. And Louis is having visions of Lestat. He keeps seeing Lestat, you know, visions, fragments of him, hearing him. It's kind of like he's being possessed by Lestat. And he meets Armand, falls in love with him. Armand tells him that Claudia is young and that she should have never been made into a vampire. That it is actually one of the laws that vampires should not be made as young as you know, she is. Basically, you know, because her mind is not mature enough. Welcome on in, gamer. Welcome on in. Hi, Philip. Like, because she was turned into a vampire at the age of 14 in the show, it's like, you know, she's not mature enough. She's gonna go insane, he says. He says that she's gonna go crazy. And we see this. We see that, you know, she's yearning to be seen as an adult in the first season. You know, she dressed up, you know, she went out in the town, she met this boy, like she's, you know, she wants to be seen as an older person. But, oh yeah, that's coming out. I'm gonna do that. When it's done, y'all already know. Yes, I'm binging that though. It's gonna come. So in season 2, Claudia is like really happy. You know, she finds this coven of vampires. She's like living the life. And it's interesting because Armand was the one who was like, we have to obey these rules. You know, we have to live by said laws. That's why he had beef with Lestat, because Lestat was like, you know, F these laws. I'm gonna do what I want. But he falls in love with Louis knowing dang well Louis done broke like 5 of them rules. Claudia done broke a lot of them. And he's just like, yeah, like, don't let the coven know. Like, your secret is safe with me, but if your mind not clear, because he's thinking of Lestat. And remember, the vampires can read each other's minds. So it's like, you know, if you thinking about Lestat, they gonna know that you did something to him. So Armand is like, yo, you need to chill, calm your thoughts. Like, you know, not around them. Because you already got one strike because you hanging out with a 14-year-old vampire. You know, well, you know, she 14. She should not exist, basically. And they know this. But because Louis is Armand's quote unquote friend, you know, turned lover, it's like he's untouchable. So the other vampires are jealous, right? We know this. We know especially Santiago. We know Santiago was jealous. Santiago wants to be the coven leader, right? And it's interesting because they basically played them. You know, they basically played them, and at least the viewer, like I knew what was up because I read the books, I watched the movie, I knew what was up. But the way they did it was so slick. It was so smooth. It was like under the rug type, you know, jealousy, and, you know, like really shady. Like, I'm gonna act like backstabby, almost. Like, I'm gonna act like I'm your friend, but I'm talking shit about you behind your back. And they basically was gathering information throughout the entire series. And so Louis is telling Daniel events that occurred after said season 1, right? And some of the events, Daniel is asking these questions that are like, you know, where was Lestat? Like, you know, can you recall what you said? Like, you said that he's basically going through his notes, and he's like, you said that XYZ happened, but when I asked you this months ago, you said this. So then Louis is like, no, what do you mean? Like, because again, like I said, his mind, his memory has been played with by Armand. Armand has been toying with Louis' memories his entire freaking time. And Daniel knows this, right? But he's like, you know, I'm not gonna like ruin this honeymoon. I'm gonna just ask my questions and get this interview over with. So we know that Claudia is, you know, basically being a bus boy or a bus girl, a bus person, however you want to call it, handing out pamphlets and, you know, advertising for the play. And, you know, they got her doing the grunt work. She's happy about it. She loves it. She's like, I found my people. And then you have Louis, who's getting into photography, which I thought was cute. I thought it was amazing that he's getting into photography as a hobby. I love it. And then all of this is happening, right? Santiago and the other coven vampires are like, yo, like, you got this man just running amok. Like, he taking photographs of people. Like, y'all know she writing the diary. Like, we're not supposed to be writing and documenting vampire life. We're supposed to keep that secret. I'm gonna need water soon. So like, they're just basically gathering information. And basically, sooner than later, we know that it's all gonna come crashing down. The truth always surfaces. No matter how many times you say a white lie, you know, all this stuff, it's like, you know, some lives can't be hidden anymore. So Daniel gets information from the Telemasca. And the Telemasca is the secret organization that searches and researches the supernatural. witches, vampires, werewolf. They do it all. They look it up. They have documents. They've basically been around forever. And they start feeding him information. They start feeding him like articles and like scripts, letters, papers, like photos, all this stuff that they have on Louis, Lestat, Armand, Santiago, everybody and their mama. So Daniel has this arsenal of information that contradicts everything that Louis has told him in season 1. And he's, you know, as the interview, as the reporter that he is, he's analyzing this information, he's documenting it, writing his questions, and he's just like, damn, like this, like I have all these questions. So then he basically starts hinting to Louis that, you know, yeah, this information that I got, quote unquote, you know, from my researchers, you know, not the Tom Oscar, his quote unquote researchers said that this happened. Can you elaborate? So the Armand is like, what you mean? Armand is like, where'd you get that information from? Like, that's not what we agreed to, because, you know, he been lying to Louis this entire time, but Louis don't know. So Louis is like confused as shit. He's like, what you mean? Like, I told you that this happened. I don't know what that is. And like, as the series keeps going, as the season keeps going, Louis just looks like he's crazy. Like, he looks like he is going through like a mental crisis. And then Daniel is like, yo, are you schizophrenic? Like, are you okay, dude? Like, you good? And Louis is like, I don't even know at this point. Like, you asking me these questions, and I'm second guessing everything that happened. Like, I'm recalling, my memories are different now. You know, like, I don't think Lestat was a mean person. And then what was good about him analyzing his thoughts, you know, and really like unclogging his memories and stuff, you know, is that key moments in season 1 start to be more enlightened. You know, we start to be like, okay, that seemed odd that happened last season. Like, the way that event happened seemed odd to us in the beginning. Like, we knew that was kind of sus, you know? And then like when season 2 happens and we get that same event, that same, you know, what was happening, it makes sense. It's like, okay, nah, like, this is how it should happen. So he starts to say like, no, like, it happened this way, not that way. What I said last time didn't happen. I'm sorry. Like, it happened this way. Like, he starts to correct himself. And you can see Armand is getting like nervous. He's like, yo, I lost my connection to Louis. Like, I need to be in his interview. So Armand starts coming to the interview. He starts sitting at the table. You know, he starts, you know, interrupting. He starts talking, you know, more. He starts talking more. And like, we all know that like he's shady. We all know this, right? So one key moment in season 2 was when Santiago gathered enough information to basically frame Armand and tell Armand that if you don't do this, if you don't, act these laws, like put these laws into place like they should be, I'm going to be in charge. The whole coven is mad at you. No one wants to be under you anymore. So remember when Lestat stole Armand's coven, his first coven? So Armand is like, oh no, like, I can't have these people leave me. I'm gonna give them up. So we start to learn more about events that started to happen within season 1. And then it basically ends up being a trial. And they have all this information, everything. And we were wondering, like, how y'all know this? Like, how y'all know what Louis said to Lestat when he turned Claudia? How do y'all know what Claudia wrote on the paper with Lestat's blood when she killed him? How do y'all know this? And I've been waiting for this moment because Lestat has been basically a ghost or like a figment of Louis' imagination. And when I saw that Lestat was in the theater, bitch, I was like, damn, like this, like he showed up. Like he showed up with all the tea, everything. He like, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly how it happened, how everything happened, everything. So he starts going over these events and stuff, and it's bad, y'all. And what's so messed up is that Claudia, before the trial and everything happened, you know, before everything just went crashing down, she finally found somebody that sought her. She finally found somebody that could be her companion. Because remember, the reason why she was with the Covenant in the first place, regardless, like she knew the laws. Like they basically set her up to die. Because when they initiated her, they read the law and she signed the laws. Like she basically was like, I agree that, you know, you can't kill vampires. You can't make vampires that are underage. You can't write the laws of vampires. Like she had basically broke like 4, 5, 6 laws. And they knew this. She knew it. But she was so happy to find a place that she basically signed her own death, right? And then she finds someone who wants to be her companion, Miss Madeline, who was a she made dresses, like I forgot what it's called, but she made dresses. She was a dressmaker. That's what she was, a dressmaker. So they end up turning her into a vampire, like in the movie, like in the book. She turns into a vampire, and they basically, I wish we saw more of them. But they basically like traveled. They got to know each other. They lived with each other. They were besties, you know. They were like, you know, little cuties together. And it's sad because she basically was in the wrong place at the wrong time, kind of thing. Like she was just like, I just met these people. Like, why am I on trial? Like, what the hell is going on? So she basically was like, I'm confused. And then Claudia's like, yes, I did it. Claudia's like, yes, I killed Lestat. What you mean? Like, yes, I did. And then Louis is like, I only did it because he was mean to me, kind of thing. Like, and then you have Lestat talking about, I love this man. Like, it was basically like Jerry Springer on like acid. Like it was just like the most messiest Jerry Springer, and Jerry Springer's already messy, but it was like the most messiest like love triangle shit you've ever seen. Cause Lestat is like, he has his lines. They basically made it a play. He has his lines. He's talking about, you know, events that he's interpreting. Like his events are being interpreted and being like shared. Like we finally get to see Lestat's point of view. The events of, you know, how Claudia got turned, the fight, that big massive fight, what he did to Louis after, like his emotion, his attachment to Louis, like his true feelings. Like this man was crying out. He was like, I love him. I didn't mean to throw him, like fly him up to the great beyond and toss him like he was nothing. Like he meant something to me. And I hated Lestat in season 1. I was like, Lestat is horrible. Like what he did to Louis, I was like, oh well, hell no. Like, nah, you are abusive. Like you toxic. I don't like you. But after hearing his thoughts and like hearing his interpretation of the events, I was like, damn, Louis, you was an asshole. I was like, Louis, how could you? I was like, dang, Louis, just like, like you messy, bruh. And I was just like, dang, like, I'm sorry I judged you, Lestat. Like, I'm sorry I thought you was a toxic. I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't, it's just like he didn't do all of the things that Louis said he did in season 1. Like, he actually loved and cared for Louis. Like, Lestat was like, you I love you, He didn't want to fight him. Louis was the one fighting him in destroying the house. He was the one being like, I'ma kill you, like, and Lestat basically was like, I had to protect myself. That's why I did what I did. That's why I flew him up into the sky and dropped him like a sack of potatoes, because he was being crazy. I needed to protect my peace and get rid of Louis, stop him, so that I could, get right in my life. And to hear that Lestat basically slept for like the entire time that, he was trying to woo. Yes, he was trying to woo Louis back, but he was very depressed at that moment. Like, he basically was like, I had to leave. I had to go and travel. I had to, like, get my peace. That's the part that we didn't see. We just saw that, Lestat was basically trying to get Louis back and not caring about Louis's feelings, not caring about that, he hurt this man. He was kind of being, what's that called when you're not gatekeeping? It's another word. When you give someone a gift and or guilt tripping him, kind of. Like, he basically was showering Louis with gifts and was like, yeah, like, yes, I hurt you, but like, here's a car. It's like, did those events actually happen? Because Lestat said that he slept. Lestat said that he went on a sleepy vacation to get his mind right. So I was like, damn, I feel bad for hating you so much. And you can see his love for Claudia. Like, this man has been portrayed. Like, we thought that Lestat was this horrible vampire that, we was rooting for Louis and Claudia to kill him. I know you had parties. I had a party. I had champagne. That entire episode was me with my wine, having a great time. I was like, yes, we finally gonna kill Lestat's toxic ass. Finally gonna kill him. But he wasn't toxic at all. Like, he loved Claudia. And you can see that he is hurt that Claudia did this, and that, yeah, she guilty. Like, I can't get her out. I can't. She guilty. She guilty in all the ways. Like, if she's not guilty for killing me, she's guilty for existing. And he was like, I should be on trial too, because I made her. Like, I'm the reason why she's here. I broke the law by making her. And it's like it's messy, like messy. And then we find out that, like I said, all the events that happened in season 1 are literally, we can ignore because Louis is just unreliable. He unreliable, y'all. He like when you write a report and you don't put a bibliography. Y'all remember when we had to write reports in college or high school? We had to state our sources where we found it. We found this information. We had to like list them down below. Right? He basically wrote an entire report with no sources, nothing, no bibliography. He's like, not right here, cite them at all. He's like, like, here it is. Here's my report. I plagiarized it, everything. Like, and it's just fascinating to see all of these events unfold in season 2. Like, honestly, I think season 2 was the best. I just like Chicago style, no footnotes, right? Like no footnotes. He did not use Chicago style. He was just like, I'm just gonna write everything I know from my head and just here you go, Daniel. This is what it is. And Daniel's like, nah, bruh, I got resources. And so the trial happens and everything, you know. And it's like, yes, it's messy. Yes, it's sad. Yes, we're Team Lestat now. And, you know, we already know Claudia is not here. You know, in season 1, we know she's gone because if she was here, she would be the one showing Daniel her diary. She would be the one telling her story, not Louis. So we knew she died, right? But we didn't know how. I mean, I knew how because I saw the movie, but you know, for people who just watched the show, didn't know how she died. So, Lestat love for Claudia was so strong that this man cried. Like he bawled out into tears when he saw her die. And it broke him. It broke Lestat to see his basically his daughter die. Even though she tried to kill him, he still felt passion and love for her. He felt, you know, he was like, yo, like you're me. Like I made you. Like you are part of me. You are strong. Like you are fierce. Like you are fiery. Like you come from me. And you can see he loves her and he hates that he has to do this because of his reactions. Like he's like, yo, like she's a part of me. Like he basically lost the best part of himself, you know, like his pupil. And it's basically, we're sad for Lestat. Like we're mourning with Lestat. Okay. And we're hating Armand even more. Like I was like, Armand, if I could get my hand on you, it was basically like on site, Armand, on site. We fighting you on site. We don't like you no more. Like we not Team Armand. And we later find out that, yeah, Armand has been playing with Lestat for 70 freaking years. He's been playing with Louis for 70 years. Oh, like when I found with that episode, like the last episode, when they basically, you know, they basically confirmed what we thought, what we knew deep inside, that Armand was a bad guy. I was like, Louis, if you don't go across this table like you in the Bad Girls Club, like if you don't get on Armand like he in the streets and owe you money, I don't know what you're doing, bro. Like it could have been me. It could have been me. It could have been me. I would have had Armand ringed up like Armand. And he did like, you know, he did, because we later find out that Louis is stronger than Armand. Because again, Louis comes from Lestat. So Louis is freaking strong. Louis has so season 3 is coming out, I think, in 2 years. I think they said 2026 is gonna come out. I hope it comes out sooner. But it's basically the Queen of the Dam. So, sorry, excuse me. I drank beer today. Yes, I'm a little gassy, so excuse me. Sorry. Okay. A lot of talking. Okay. Yeah, that beer was like, ooh. But yeah, so we basically know that because he drank Lestat's blood, he's from Lestat, right? That Lestat has not only one like basically a god vampire in him, but he got 2. He was made from Magnus, which was an ancient, old, strong vampire that's been alive for centuries. Okay. So he has Magnus's blood in him, which makes him 100 times stronger than any vampire. Not only that, he has Akasha's blood in him. He drank Akasha's blood, which we're gonna know more about in season 3. It's mentioned in season 1 and season 2. It's cited a little bit in season 1, not really. You know, it's kind of like we figure it out because he has powers that he shouldn't have as a vampire. Like this dude, basically, y'all remember when he took all the sailors out the house with his mind? He moved all the sailors out. Was like y'all gotta GTFO out the house. Yeah, that's not normal. No, normal vampires don't do that. Okay. They can stop time, right? But controlling people's minds like that, like that's like some super vampire shit. So Louis is strong because Louis has parts of Lestat, which has parts of Magnus and parts of Akasha. He can control fire. We find out he can control fire, right? And he basically messes Armand up. Like Armand got like, I don't know. I know he broke shit. Like he basically threw Armand down, and Armand was like this. And he was like, ugh. You know, he was like, oh, like damn. And he was like, yo, if you mess with Daniel, like Daniel told me the truth, bruh. Like if you touch this man, I'ma touch you. Yo, I was telling you, yo, the Intimate Vampire is some gangster shit. He was like, yo, if you lay a finger on my boy over here, I'm gonna lay fingers on you. Like, you think you in the ground now? You think you look like this in the ground now? No, you wait until you touch him. I'm gonna touch you. Like, it's a threat. So then we later go back and we find out that he was supposed to die with Claudia. Like, this man was not supposed to be here. Like, Armand was going to have him killed because of his ego. And Lestat, because again, Lestat loved this man. Like, he loved Louis with all of his heart. Like, he loved them. They were his. They were him, basically. You know, like he loved Louis. He loved Claudia. Like it was like basically he was being, at least for Claudia, he was being like that strict parent. You know, he was cold, yes, but it was like he didn't want to be vulnerable. I think he didn't want to show them that he did love them as much as he did, and he saves Louis with mind control. He mind controls the audience, and they tell Santiago they want Louis to be banished. And you thinking like, why can't he save Claudia? Well, Claudia's already like. Claudia should not be here. You know, the fact that she lasted as long as she did is like how? Because, you know, she's 14. Like she should not have been a vampire. Like she should not have existed as a vampire this long. Like, so she couldn't have been saved. Like there was nothing she broke laws. Yes, Louis broke the laws by quote unquote attempting to murder Lestat, but that's all he did compared to what Claudia did. Claudia was writing a diary. She was sharing all the secrets. She left bodies lying around. She was made, which is the number one. And she was the main orchestrator. Like she orchestrated, and she killed Antoinette. She killed Antoinette. So it's like, girl, you gotta go. Like we can't, and you know, we can't save you, bro. We can't save you. You gotta go. So yeah, we find out that Armand was lying this entire time, was playing Louis like a fiddle. Oh my God, yo, season 2 was a mess. Like season two was gangster. I was like literally watching every episode, like every Sunday. I was just like, damn, like this again, like, oh my God. It literally was like I was screaming at my TV screen, like, Louis, come on now. Like, come on now. Like I have bad memory, right? My memory is doo doo sometimes, you know. I forget people's names, I forget events, like I have to recall shit, right? But Louis, his was like a puzzle missing pieces. Like he was missing all. He was like trying to put together a Lego set, and was missing half the deck, half of the Lego box, half of the pieces in his Lego set was in the trash. Like and it's sad though. It's sad that like Armand did that thing. It's borderline abusive. It's like restraining order. Like we need to like get a restraining order on you. Like you need to be like 10 feet away from me. Like you can't be in the same room with me. Like I'm calling the cops on you type situation. Like he's just no. But yeah, and then later on we find out that Daniel was turned by Armand. And he's a vampire now. So we have that to look forward to in season 3. Yes. Daniel was the vampire. Oh my God. And that all the vampires want to kill Louis. The book is out. Daniel published a book. And all the vampires like, yo, you gonna catch this fade. We coming to get you. And Louis like, because like I said, season 2 is gangster. Like it. Season 2 is really, really like Bone Thugs and vampires. Like Louis like, yo, like you want my address? Like he's like, yo, you say you gonna, because again, they can hear each other. They're talking to each other through using telepathy. So he's like, yo, like y'all wanna come over? Like I ain't got no guards down below. I live on this floor. Y'all could just walk up on my wall. Y'all could just climb up on the building if y'all want to. Come get me. Like I'm here. Like I'm not going anywhere. I'm not scared. Like come get me. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna fight you. Like it's a threat. Y'all want to come and see what I could do? Like he was like, I'm not scared. And I was like, damn, like season 3 is gonna be crazy. Like season 3 is going to be bananas. And not only that, we find out that, you know, like I said before, Lestat was broken by Claudia's death. Like it broke this man. Like he was just unsolvable. When he saw her die, it's just like he lost a part of himself, and he got into depression and was living with rats and like, you know, just very depressed, like, you know, like not cleaning your house depressed. Like for those who suffer from depression, like I suffer from depression. Just get a little person. I suffer from depression. And sometimes you don't want to clean. You got dishes in your sink. The bathroom look like, you know, it look bad. The cat box hasn't been changed. You got laundry for days. You just haven't swept. Like it's just, you just living like it's just a mess. Like it's just a mess. There's different degrees of messy. Like there's people who are happy. There's some people who are happy, not depressed, who just have messes. But this is like bad, very bad. So he was living in this rundown house, boarded up, kind of looked like a haunted house. Had this lackey that he done turned, give him rats. And it was just like, I don't think he showered. I don't think he put on deodorant. Like he just looked like he been sitting there not doing anything. Like he probably smelled. And Louis like, yeah, like I dumped Armand. I'm traveling the world. I came to see you, boo. Like, what's up? And they start to, because again, they have passion. You know, they like Lestat loved Louis. That was basically his husband. You know, like that was his companion. And he loved Claudia like a daughter. Like that, you know, the bond was so strong with them three. And he was like, yeah, like she hunts my thoughts. Like I still think about her until this day. And this happened in the 1940s. So we're going back in time. We're going to the future. We're going back and we're in 2024. And he still remembers Claudia since that day. Like, do the math. Like, this man has been depressed for like centuries. Well, not centuries, decades. Maybe, wait, what? Okay, how we gotta do the math? Carry the one, 2024, 1949. We got 4, we got 9. What's that, 13? Yeah, I don't know. He'd been depressed for that long, okay? For that long. I can't do math in my head right now. I can't right now. So if we would like to do the math, it is 2024 minus 1946, I think. And it's like, damn, like you been thinking about her like that? Like it messed, like her death messed him up like that. And it also messed Louis up, you know, because Louis tries to unalive himself. And what's so funny was that Armand called Lestat and was like, yeah, like he ran into the sun and almost died, but I got him, like he good. And that was it. So he didn't even tell Louis that Lestat was around. Like, you know, like in theory, Louis knew that Lestat was alive, you know, like he saw him at the play, like he knew he was alive, but he didn't know that like he was around, that he was like available and stuff like that. It was kind of like Armand was hiding Lestat from Louis. And when Louis finally reunited with Lestat, it was like, yeah, like I was so sad. Like I tried to do that. Yes, I did. And to see Lestat cry, I mean, like, damn, like he loved him with all of his heart. And they just, now it's like, for those who saw the movie Queen of the Dam, y'all already know what we about to get into, you know. Lestat, the rock star. Lestat said that he's working on an album and that he has to go on tour. And Louis is like, "Oh, bet, like you want me to come with you? Like I can come with you." So yeah, we're gonna get Rockstar Lestat in season 3. He gonna be playing, you know, rock music, little soft punk, little dark wave, little metal. I don't know, but I'm excited to see Sam Reed do some famous Lestat covers. Like, can you imagine they recreate the concert in the movie? Oh, and have Sam Reed? Like, I'm so like, ooh, I can't, man. Oh my God. Loki, please. What you doing? Stop. But yeah, that's basically it. That's this at the end of season 2. And season 3 is happening. They got greenlit it. What you doing? Why can't I just sit here and talk to people? Why? Okay, okay, cool. He just did a drive by. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm excited to see who they have for Akasha. And because Aaliyah will always be Akasha to me. Like she did Loki is always up to something every time. Akasha is finally getting a TV debut. And I'm just like, who's gonna play her? Like, a lot of people said that they want Tiana Taylor to play her. And I can see it. I can see Tiana Taylor playing Akasha. I could see it. I could see it. Hello. Hey. Yes, Loki being crazy. I could see Tiana Taylor playing Akasha, but I don't know who else. Like, I gotta look through the I gotta look and see like who, because Akasha, but the thing is this though. Oh my God! Like, yes, Akasha is from ancient Egypt, right? So we know that she's going to be either like, you know, Middle Eastern, African descent, you know, like mixture of both, you know. I'm like, how, I mean, because listen, Louis, they made Louis black. Okay. They made Louis a Creole African American man. Okay. And in the book, Louis is white. They made Claudia black. They made Armand, I think Armand is Indian or Bangladeshi, I think. Yeah, not the actor, but the actual, like, his origin was from ancient. Oh my God. They said it in season. Cause they mentioned it was like, it used to be Kuwait. I think it used to be Kuwait. So it's definitely Middle Eastern, like in that area is where he came from. So they switched things around because in the book, Armand he looks like the baby angel. Like, he's white. So he's Caucasian with red hair and like dull blue eyes, or green. I think green eyes, curly red hair, pale skin, green eyes. That's what Armand looks like in a book. Okay. And he's depicted as like, he looks like the baby angel, like, you know, like an angel, like, and he's actually younger. I think he's like 19, 18. Like, he's definitely a little older than, which is fucked up. He is a little older than Claudia is in the TV show. Claudia in the TV show, they made her 14. In the book, she's 5. So in the book, he's like 17, 18 years old, maybe 19. He's definitely in the high teenage years. But because he's been around for 500 years, and I guess at a certain point you mature, he basically didn't break the law. Like, they didn't break, you know, he was exempt or something. He didn't break, you know, he's alive or whatever. But he's definitely like a teenager in the book. So in the TV show and in the movie, it was Antonio Banderas. In the movie, Antonio was Ahmad. Totally different. Okay. So they switching things around. Okay. So we don't know what she gonna look like. She honestly, they can make her, cause she can make him a Caucasian. She could be freaking Asian. She could be Asian descent. They can make her like Mongolian or something. Like, I'm just thinking of like where, because the world is so vast. Like, the world is so vast. There's so many cultures. There's so many countries, so many languages. Like, the world is just so vast that they could literally just point on a map and be like, that's where she's from. We don't even know. Oh my God. I just not realized this shit. We don't even know. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I am so excited. My God. My goodness. I love this. Now that I'm thinking about this, I love that they're changing things up. And it's like, people are gonna hate. Like, people were mad that they made Louis black. They were mad they made Claudia black. They were saying that Lestat's French accent, because, you know, Sam Reed is not a French. You know, they're saying his French accent is bad. They should hire someone who was actually French. Like, all of this, people gonna talk. So it's like, I don't care. It's a good mix. Like, this cast is amazing. Okay. I love that they switch things around. I love that they are using, it's like they just, it's just, oh my God, it's so creative. Like, to switch, and it's like, yeah, they're not actual historical people, you know? So it's like, it's the same people who got mad that they made Ariel black when Ariel is a fictional character. Not only that, she's a mermaid. Like, do mermaids exist? Like, why can't she be purple, green, black? Like, why she gotta be white with red hair? Like, come on now. So, oh my God, Akasha could be anything. Akasha could be anything. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Oh my God. So yeah, we're gonna have Akasha. We're gonna find out who she is eventually. I hope they let us know soon. I hope they're doing auditions. If you are auditioning for Akasha, let us know. We want to know. We want to know the tea. Let us know. I sure want. I want to know. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna binge season 1 and season 2. And then the movie, not tonight, but I'm gonna rewatch. Yeah, like, it's, I watch it on YouTube TV. So like right here, you can watch it on Sling if you have it for free. Roku TV. It's on AMC. Excuse me. Ooh, it's on AMC. So yeah, you could watch it that way. If you haven't yet. I hope I did. I mean, I know I spoiled it, but I hope y'all don't mind that I did. I didn't spoil too much. I mean, I did, but there's some parts I left out. I did leave out some things, because some things that just didn't matter to me. I only talked about stuff that was like, y'all needed to know. You know, like, because every season has, every like show has filler episodes. It was, yeah, the filler episodes y'all didn't really need to know about. But yeah. So the next podcast, the next discussion, I'm so glad I'm doing these live now. The way my schedule has been, it's just so much, y'all. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to continue to grow my channel, you know, but y'all know life is lifing, and life also has responsibilities, and life also has, you know, outside of streaming stuff going on. And I want to give equal treatment, equal, you know, I want to, and it's hard. So bear with me. The next episode, I'm just gonna do this by series. So back in the day, I used to do like every 4 episodes, but I'm doing after the season. So right now I'm watching House of the Dragon. Yes, I'm watching House of the Dragon. So next episode will be when House of the Dragon ends. I don't know how many episodes House of the Dragon has right now. For this season, how many episodes gonna be, but where's the give Loki a treat button? That we don't have that button here. But But we need to have a Loki button, Loki treat button. I'm trying. I need y'all to watch the videos and share them with your friends so that I can become YouTube partner. And when I become YouTube partner, there's emotes and things we could do, like super chats, pop-up things, like all the fun stuff. So continue to watch the streams, the video, share with your friends, all that good stuff so that my watch time can go up and then I can apply. But yeah, so House of Dragons coming up. And then I was also thinking about doing another anime review. There are a couple animes that I'm watching and a few that I finished. So I'm thinking about doing another anime review, maybe a live one. It's probably gonna have to be live. I try to record, but then something always happens. Like something goes down, and then I just can't squeeze it in. But yeah, so the House of Dragons definitely happening, and then an anime review is happening, and then the next gaming stream is gonna be I believe, if not Splatoon, I have Splatoon and Pokemon coming up. I did buy the Pokemon game because I ended up buying Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So I'm gonna buy the Pokemon game when I get paid next week. So we're gonna be playing Pokemon. I did not forget. And I see that we also want to play Mario games. So yes, I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. With the podcast episodes and then with live streaming games, y'all gonna see me. Okay. Whatever I do, I'm gonna be here. And we're gonna have fun. So thank y'all so much for being here and for sitting in and listening to me yabber about Interview with the Vampire, which I believe is an amazing show. And if you have not watched it, you definitely should. If you need a refresher, if you're like, yeah, I don't want to watch it, but I want to know what's going on, I have recorded. I have live evidence of me discussing season 1. So season 1 videos are underneath my podcasts. So if you go to the podcast tab, you can see it. It's there. And yeah, so you can learn about Interview with the Vampire by watching that, or you can watch it. Either way is fine. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I think that's it. Does anybody have questions? Does anybody have other requests? Other shows I should watch to add to the podcast? Because there's so many. There's so many shows. I started watching Worst Roommate Ever. I think that could be one too. Worst Roommate Ever could be one too. I don't know. I was just, yes, Sly wants you to give Loki a treat. Sly, I know that's you. Yeah, yeah. Definitely. If you have any TV shows that I should be watching, let me know in the suggestion box or leave it down in the comments. And I will check it out and do and try my best to do another podcast video. But House of the Dragon is happening. House of the Dragon Part 3, because I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it so bad. I want to talk about it, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until it's over so I can talk about it. What's TV? What? Slide. Stop. Yeah, I want to talk about it. Oh my God. Right? Like, I want to talk about it so bad. So, that's happening. That's happening. But yeah, y'all. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Please, if you have not liked the live stream, please like it. Hit the like button. It helps a lot. It does. And I hope you have a great rest of your evening. And I'll see y'all Friday for Splatoon. Yes. Yeah, we do Splatoon Friday. Yeah. Bye. That's a wrap on Intimate Vampire Season 2. Woohoo! I hit the button, but it was a treat button. Lord, Loki's going to get a treat if he's nice. He'll get a treat if he's nice. But he hasn't been nice lately. He's been bad this entire stream. And y'all want me to give him a treat? Nah, he's been bad. He's been so bad. I don't think he's gonna get a treat tonight. He might. Oh, all right. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna end the podcast, end this live, and relax. Deuces. Y'all be good.